why planning doesn't work. This is Deconstructing Life with Dan, and in this video I'm going to teach you about why planning doesn't always work the way we think it should. So recently I planned a nice dinner out with my wife for our anniversary, and we got 2 minutes into it and we were called back to the babysitters. And the reason was my son had an accident, and the accident was a dog jumped up and scratched his face. Now, not only did it scratch his face, it required 4 stitches. So why did that fail? Well, let me explain to you why I think it fails. Good morning, Susie. So here's the reason. Think about it this way. Let's say you needed to cross the Grand Canyon, and you're on this side, you need to get on the other side for your safety. And so you have some materials and you can build a bridge. So you start building a bridge to get across the Grand Canyon, but you don't know what it looks like on the other side. So you start building it and it takes you time, but maybe you don't get the bridge built in time, and you don't survive. But if you did it another way, if you start building the bridge and you start imagining yourself on the other side, seeing what it would feel like to be on the other side, and thinking about it from that perspective, then you create an expectation in your mind. And I call this expectation bridge. Makes sense, right? So you create an expectation for yourself to be on the other side of the bridge, what that feels like, what that looks like to be safe and secure, and you start building it. When you do that, you bridge the gap. So planning fails because we don't create a bridge. We don't often create a bridge to get to the other side of what we want. We have to go over to the other side and look at what we want. Look at this beautiful pond here this morning. Glassy, beautiful, fall leaves. But we need to build a beautiful expectation bridge. We need to plan and then go into our mind, our imagination, and use what's called the prefrontal cortex to imagine what it would look like to be on the other side. And once we imagine what it would look like on the other side, then guess what? Things start to work out for us. Things start to happen and materialize. But when we don't do that, we're sitting over here saying, okay, we're going to go and do that thing. We're going to go out for that dinner, but we don't know what it looks like. We don't know what it feels like. Then, things can go wrong. Considerations, there's 3 things that come up: considerations, fears, and roadblocks. They can always come up. Just remember those: considerations, fears, and roadblocks. You'll always run into those every time you go to do something that you're planning to do, unless you build this expectation bridge. So that's the key to having things work out for you. You need an expectation bridge. You need something that's going to cause you to imagine and feel what it's like to have the results that you want. That's the key. We have to have that in our mind. We have to have this emotional bridge in our mind and feel what it looks like. So if you haven't done something like this before, I have a masterclass that's coming up. It's going to be called 3 months to get it done, and I'm going to be teaching about this expectation bridge and how you can build one. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a Facebook Live. I'm going to be teaching it, and you can grab all the tools and resources and downloads and build your own expectation bridge. All right, this has been Deconstructing Life with Dan, and as always, thanks for watching.